this is the situation with Boston, right? So Boston next year's salary, $230 million with 11 players. They still got to sign 4 more players. Al Horford off the books. Luke Cornett off the books. Dude, you know how much money they going to spend in penalty next year?
It's gonna be
$250 million.
It's a little bit more than I thought. I was gonna say like 230. It was gonna be pretty much what they're paying in the cap.
I read it in the Athletic. I'm not sure if you checked the Discord, but I put it in the Discord, the article that I'm talking about. It was in the Athletic. And man, I was like, whoa. So they got to win the championship. If we beat Boston in the second round, you think these new owners is going to come out spending $250 million to get bumped in the second round? You really think these new guys is going to keep it going? They're going to be like, hey, adjustments. Drew Holiday, KP, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Go ahead.
I tell you what, though. I think either way it goes, after next season, they breaking that team up, win or lose. I think if they win, if Boston wins this year, they may break it up quicker because the new ownership's got that chip, and they don't have to worry that we got a chip. We need to pay all this salary. We got a chip, and they might get rid of one of them a little bit quicker. But
man,
either way it goes, I think this team that we see in Boston, we only go see them like this next season at most before that team looks different, which is why I think, that's why I keep saying our window is 4 to 5 seasons. We might not get it this year. We might not get it next year.
I got it on the screen, by the way, Vic, for those of you guys who want to see it. Look at the money, $225 million. This is just with 11 guys. And hold on, let me see if I see it. They don't even got the free agents there. Why they don't got the free agents there? Okay, that's cool. But Al Horford,
if free agents, they ain't putting them up there because they're only putting ones that they have committed salary to.
Right now, but they usually put them there as cap holds. But whatever, it's cool. But this is the money. Either way, this is the money that they. I mean, it's just a lot of money, bro, and I just can't see them committing long term, spending over $250 million because the tax goes up. So $250 million next year, then you know what it's going to be the following year? It's probably going to be in the 300s, like 350. It goes up like that. But when you're in a luxury tax in the second apron, they're going to tax you, B. And if you're not the Lakers, the Knicks, most teams, they can't afford it.
They can't afford that. Yeah. They can't afford to take those kind of L's, losing $100 million a season, like losing, because they can't make it up even with the ticket sales and everything else. They still end up losing
too much.
$100 million a season. They ain't good. They can't do that too.
They just spent $6.1 billion on the team. That's how much they sold.
Maybe our best bet is for them to win it this year, so they break that damn up.
Get them up out of here. So I was on the NBA show, right? Big Dog Talk Sports, right? We were talking. They said, which team is under the most pressure? I said the Boston Celtics. They couldn't see it. I'm like, bro, this is about money at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah.
This is about money. So, yeah, we love the game, and, I'm a fan. But at the end of the day, us as fans, we spend money on tickets, on hats, on merch.
Yep.
This right here, bro, that model is unsustainable. There's no way they could sustain it. Phoenix is another team. KD, they gone. At least two of them is gone.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate. It may end up being Book and Durant because Bill, that they have no trade clause.
They got no trade. Unless they could convince them, like, hey, we breaking up the team. Where do you want to go? We'll try to get you where you want to go. Maybe, send me to the Lakers. He got to want to go, though. But I think that if they're sending off KD and Book, I don't think he would want to be the last one there,
Yeah.
I don't think he would want to be the last one there. But, yeah, I don't know, guys. But, yeah, guys, call up 646-995-8389. Call up. Go ahead.
That could make Houston a real problem over the next few years because Houston's got their draft.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, damn. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like the trading for superstars for the Bills super teams, I don't think it ever worked, to be honest. But it's just not the way to go because you can't build a team. Like once you get like 3 guys that make 60 million, 50 million, what more can you add to a team.
Yeah.
We just seen the numbers. Like, you know, like the luxury tax next year is going to be what? The second apron is going to be 210 million? No, hold on. I think it's going to be 200 and I don't say it here. I think it's 210 though, but yeah.
And you got to be real. You got to be real ingenious to even get those contracts like Boston got them, because now once you get to the first apron, it eliminates you from doing certain things. Like you got to blow past that first apron to where when the deal is done, you're already in the second apron. Because if you get caught in that first apron, you're stuck.
Yep. Now you're right.
They made that new the way of building and keeping a team together now. It's gonna be real hard to do unless you find players like JB that's willing to take a lot less in order to fill out a team with good players.
Right. And I'm curious to see what Mikal does with his extension. That's gonna be a saga. Mikal, does he take? You know, because he's the final. Well, I mean, I'm not sure how you feel about Mitch. Mitch also is up for an extension, but I think Mikal is the final like piece. Like if they could lock him in, then you know we'll be all right. But the Knicks could theoretically, like the Knicks could spend, like if we know we win in a championship, the Knicks could spend the 250.
Oh yeah,
they got
and
that.
Dolan, he's pretty much said it. He ain't got no problem with it. He'll do it.
He'll do it. But we gotta. But it gotta be on that level, right? He's not gonna pay to just pay, like, because we did that already. We had, you know, bad contract after bad contract, you know. So yeah, I mean, the Lakers is another team. They'll do it. Like if they had to, like if the Lakers were to get Wemby or somebody like that with Luka, they would be paying that 250 or whatever.
They'll pay it with no hesitation.
No hesitation. Because they trying to win them championships, you know. So this is the cost of doing business. Oh, and by the way, and I could put it up on the screen, Cleveland is there too. Cleveland is in that boat. Oh, the great Cavaliers, their days is numbered, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you
like that.
I'm gonna show you because
Garland's coming up for a contract and Mobley.
I think so. We gonna pull it up.
We qualifies for the Supermax.
We don't even gotta guess. You know, this is why I do this in research mode, man. This is why I do this in research mode. So we're gonna go to 2026. Okay, so oh, look at that. Oh my God. $233 million in allocations. Whoa. Hold up. This can't be right. This has to be counting Wait, no. The active roster for Cleveland next year is $207 million.
Wow.
That's not counting Ty Jerome. That's not counting, who else is on here? Sam Merrill. Sam Merrill is going to be about it there. Unless he signs for the low. And those are the only two young guys they really got. Everybody else is kind of expendable. But still, they will only have 10 players on the contract.
At 230?
The actual salary for guys that's on contract is 207. Now the 230 is the cap.
What's the cap? The first cap, the regular cap. What's that?
Oh, you saying the first apron? They'll be what?
They're in the second at 200, ain't they?
They'll be $14 million above the first apron, and they'll be $2 million above the second apron.
I was about to say that's the second apron, I thought.
So so automatically, without doing anything, without doing a trade, they automatically
trades have to be 1-for-1 of equal value.
Equal value, yep. So they can't just dump salary,
nope.
To get an exception. Nope. They got to take the equal salary, like you said. So
that's how how dynasties or teams like this start getting broke up.
So look. I know we Knicks fans. So between Boston and Cleveland, only one team could go to the finals. And that's not even a guarantee you're going to win. That's just, okay, we're just winning the East, right? I still think the Knicks can do what we do if healthy, if right? Only if those things. So let's say Boston goes to the finals. Cleveland comes back next year with the same team. Do you come back? Do you say, okay, we're going to wait Boston out? We know Boston got to do something because they got new owners and they don't want to spend money. So what do you do if you're Cleveland? Because next year, no matter what you do, you're a second apron team. You don't have to do nothing. Boop, you're a second apron team, right? So go ahead.
Do they go for Durant?
Oh, if they're gonna go for Durant, they would have to trade Mobley, Garland, or Mitchell.
Or One of them three.
And
it won't be Mitchell.
No, not all three. It would be one.
Yeah.
And a Max Strus. Because I think KD in like the $60 million range?
Yeah.
I'll pull it up.
He's close to, I think he's right at 50.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. I just don't remember exactly where he's at.
Like 55. He's expensive.
We're going to pull it up right now. Oh, listen, man, I live for research mode. So, yeah, next season, he's going to be at the $54 million mark. Okay? So, Donovan Mitchell makes $46 million. I don't think they would trade Donovan Mitchell for KD.
Phoenix is in the second apron, so they're in that same thing.
They're both in the second apron, yeah. So they both got a match salary.
One for ones.
Oh yeah, it got to be one for one. So that would never happen. Yeah, because you can't double up to match salary. Yep.
The only thing they can do, and they can't even at the second apron. You can't even get a third team.
Facts. So if you're Cleveland, right, you lost to Boston, or God forbid you lose to Milwaukee. Oh my God. God forbid that.
Oh Lord, yeah, you lose.
Oh
shit.
Woo, woo. But who's the owner of Cleveland? He might be selling that.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody want to buy the Cavaliers? Anybody? Get me out of this quagmire.
They may be stuck with running it back and just hoping for another year of continuity.
So now instead of moving off of Allen or moving off of wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Am I missing something here? Oh, okay. Allen is there. Okay. So maybe you know, instead of moving off of Allen, $20 million to try to free up some space, get it, trade Allen for a dude that's making, 1 year. Or if Allen is, I'm not sure how many years he got on his contract. Oh yeah, Allen is tied up. So instead of moving Allen to free up money,
all they got is Mobley and Garland to address.
Or Mobley or Garland. So that means you sticking with the same team. So that, let me tell you what's gonna happen. So you're going to get hit with the second April penalty next year. That might be like 60 million, something like that. But guess what? In 26, 27, 250 million. You're going to be in the Boston club in 26, 27.
Yep. But see,
so
realistically, they're thinking that they got a 3 to 4 year window too. Yeah,
but do you have the time to wait to 26, 27 where you're going to get hit with that $250 million bill? And it might be more than that. I'm being modest. In order for them to avoid that, they would have to make a 1-for-1 move for like a Julius Randle. Somebody that has a 1 year on his deal and let him walk. That's the only way to get out of this quagmire. So I'm just letting you guys know, y'all, this is why I say, right, the Knicks are in a great place. This is year 1 of 3 or 4. And you see what our 2 top competitors are dealing with. They're not going to be able to afford to keep their teams around. So, yeah, this is about money, man. This is about finances.